Folks, today I would like to talk to you about the love versus attachment. This is an extremely important topic because not knowing the difference between the love and attachment is the main reason why all these huge problems are taking place in the world, like what happened in Sri Lanka recently, and before that in New Zealand, Kashmir, in the Middle East, in America, in European countries, and so on and so on. So, it is extremely important to understand the difference between love and attachment. If you are a man, a married man, by the time you get married, through media, through other people around you, and the books, teachings that you are used to, you get attached to your mother because people say your mother is a living God. She brought you to this world. You owe everything to your mother. That is the general teaching that people provide you in the school, in your culture, etc. etc. Now, suppose there is a problem, there is a difference in viewpoint, there is a dispute between your mother and your wife. And you don't know what to do, which side to take. Suppose you take the side of your mother, even though your mother is not right, because you are attached to your mother, you own your mother, and mother owns you, then you'll be hurting your wife. As you all know, this is something that happens in India very often. Wives go and get killed, kill themselves, they commit suicide. Then you will feel the extreme guilt feeling. You don't know what you did is right or not. That guilt feeling will sometimes be with you forever throughout your life. Attachment to anything, including your mother, will not allow you to reason properly, to make the right decision. It will always color your thought process. Your feelings to your mother will supersede your feelings to your wife, even though your wife is right. Same thing is true the other way also. Suppose you are attached to your wife dearly because she gave you happiness, she is your future, she is the mother of your children, you'll tend to get attached to her. And if she's wrong and your mother is right, you'll take the side of your wife because of your attachment to her. You may think that is your love. I love my wife. She's right. But that's not really love, it's an attachment. Same thing happens when you are a woman. You may have to choose between your father who brought you up dearly, bestowing all his love throughout your time before marriage, versus your husband. Your mother versus your mother in law. Your brother in law versus your brother. Your sister versus your sister in law, and so on, so on. All these problems, all these troubles are real. It's not imaginary. It happens in your life all the time because of your not knowing the difference between love and attachment. Attachment will not allow you to reason properly. Attachment is nothing but the love of the golden light, the eternal love shining outside your body, onto your body, mixed up with your ignorance in your mind. Same thing happens with your country, the love of your country. Politicians will often use this. They say that you should love your country even more than your mother. If somebody attacks your country, even though your country is incorrect, your country did some mistakes, you will go and attack, you will hate the other country. Sometimes you don't know which country is correct, but you will take a side of your country because you own your country. You are attached to your country. The media, the books, the people around you, culture, everything makes you get attached to your country. That's also true with your guru. I'll come back in a minute. The greatest of all attachment is the attachment to your God, your religion. Though you know at the bottom of your heart, and that's what every religion teaches you, really. A real religion. A deeper meaning of religion teaches you love of God. But the ignorance in your mind will transform that love of God to an attachment. You will try to own your God. You will say, it's my God. My Savior. And that attachment will make you to hate the other religion, the other people who are devoted to their own God. Normally it doesn't happen in human being. But the time of the difficult world events, like what happened in Sri Lanka and throughout the world. Your attachment to your God will make the reasoning power inside you powerless. You will always think, or most of you will tend to think, your God is being threatened, so you have to take action. Though all of you will not go and attack the people of the other religion, you will support inherently without your knowledge of people go and kill the other people because you are being owned by the concept of God. That is not really God. It's just a thought in your God, in your mind, I'm sorry. You are being owned by that thought, that concept. This also happens with your gurus. You get bonded to your gurus. You say that I'm devoted to my guru. I'm a devotee of my guru. What that means is that you are ready to sacrifice your reasoning power to the attachment of your guru. You will say, no, 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 that's not true. But most of the time, that's what happens. You will worship only your guru, especially if that guru has shown some miracles and has given you some boons. And by worshipping him, suppose you get something good in your life, then you will get attached to your guru. What is the solution to all this? The solution to all this is to understand the ignorance in your mind, which mixes up, which colors, changes the eternal love inside you into attachment. This is what I said in the earlier video. Being Kalki is a huge, huge responsibility. Unless the people who are claiming themselves to be Kalki has totally realized they are the eternal, unknown, nameless, descriptionless thing which you call the universal God or your God sometimes. It's very, very easy for them to create a group around them. People around them, what they call bhaktas, devotees in India, they will get attached to the godly person or whoever claims as Kalki. This is important. Unless you experience that you are the eternal, unknown, descriptionless, nameless one, you will have no power to stop your people, your bhaktas, your devotees to get attached to you. There is an enormous energy around me. I've been talking about that in almost all my videos. That will never allow you to get attached to me. People who know me in my normal day-to-day life, my friends, who have been friends for a long time, 30, 40 years, know that they can never get attached to me. Even sometimes some of them think that I'm God, etc., etc. The energy around me will never ever allow them to get attached to me. Nobody can form a group around me. I don't have any devotee. I'm not a guru. It's not that I will go and make people detached from me or repel or get repelled from me. There is an energy around me which will not allow people to get attached to me. It is this energy which is the eternal energy of the eternal unknown, which is absent in all those people claiming to be Kalki or a second coming of Jesus or whatever. This absence of this energy in them which will make their disciples to get attached and divide people as your devotees versus somebody else's devotees. And that division will cause problem because Kalki is an extremely powerful thought, powerful idea that Hindus have developed for a long time. If you are claiming to be Kalki, that energy of the eternal unknown God. I won't use the word God, but I need to use that because that is the only word that you will understand. Unless you have that energy, it's very, very, very difficult for your human energy, the energy in your mind, to tell your people never get attached. You may say that, but they will get attached to you. That's why I said in my earlier video, being Kalki is a huge, huge responsibility. It has the responsibility of not creating one more division among people, causing problem in the coming days. So folks, understand the difference between the love of this golden light that surrounds you and the attachment that comes out of your mind because that love is mixed with the ignorance in your mind. Be aware of that. Otherwise, your family life will suffer. Your life in your country will suffer. The whole world will suffer. So be aware of that. Remove that ignorance in your mind which makes you to get attached to your mother, your wife, and your country, your religion, your God, etc. You can never ever say that I love my God. You can never ever own your God. God cannot be owned. If you experience the love that I'm talking about, removing your ignorance, you love your mother, wife, children, your husband, your father, mother, everyone, your country, other country, because the reasoning power in you will be unbiased, will not be biased by the attachment. You will always be under the control of this greatest love that I am talking about. That will bring eternal peace in the world. In fact, that's the only one which can bring the eternal peace in the world. That's what I want to talk to you folks. I'll talk to you soon in another video.